Hi guys, Shelly Fitzgerald, sewshelly.com. I want to show you how to add quilting around an applique object. So this is an embroidered object and I want to put computerized quilting around that. And so I have hooped the applique, some batting, the backing right side down. So I've got my quilt sandwich here. Let me finish clipping it. I'm using the medium clamp hoop, and that way I can digitize a 8-inch quilt block. So I'm going to use the Bernina 990 and this already appliqued design that I've hooped, and I'm going to go scan it, send it to the software, create the quilting, and then send it back. So let's do that. Okay, so I've come over to the 990 and brought my hoop in, and I'm going to hook it, and we want to scan this. Now, when I scan it, I do prefer that it is unthreaded. So I'm just going to put the thread into the threading lips and the cutter and have it held there for later. But I don't want that thread dragging around. It will show. And in order to scan this, we're just going to come over to the screen, and here is the view menu. And at the top, we'll choose the hoop. And right here, we have options. And we could have no background, a color background, or a scanned image. And so I'm just going to say I would like the scanned image. Now, I haven't turned this machine on yet today, so it may ask me to do some, remove the hoop. That's just normal. First thing in the morning, it wants to make sure that you've got everything connected correctly. And so now it will let me scan. That's all that is. It just is wanting to do a good job. And so now it's just taking pictures of the entire area. I think you can see that. It's just scooting around. And I won't take this out of the hoop. I will send this picture over to my software. It'll come up here in just a second. And there it is. There's a photo of what is in the hoop. So that is on our machine now. So I'm going to say great and hit the check mark. There's my background. If I didn't want to see it, I could turn it off. But now the background that I see on the screen is the photo that it took. So let's go see what we're going to do with that in the software.
www.sewshelly.com, Shelly Fitzgerald.
Okay, so I want to bring that scanned image, the background, in from the Bernina 990. And so I'm going to come to the top, and there is a little machine here that is Write from Card Machine. And it's going to bring something from the 990 to my computer. And since I have a scanned image, this icon shows in the middle. If it doesn't, then drop down and touch the machine again and give it just a second and it will come up. Sometimes it takes a second for them to chat with each other. If there's not a scanned image over there, this icon is not available. So I'll just click on that, and it's going to change the hoop and bring in the picture. So there you go. It changed to the hoop that was on the 990, and that is just a photo. That is not an embroidery. You'll notice we have nothing in the color film. That's a photo of what is in that hoop over there that I'm going to be able to digitize around. In order to do that, I'm going to right-click on the hoop and make sure that I turn off automatic and go to manual on the hoop positioning. Otherwise, it'll jump around and it'll drive you nuts. So I'm going to make a closed object, and let's just use a bright pink color, and I'll use left and right clicks. and I'll just right and left click around until I've got this shape. And this shape is what we're going to use to create our quilting around. So if you had a whole bunch of shapes, then you would use all of the shapes. I'm just for speed going to do just the one. I can come in now and reshape, and I'm going from, this is design view to artistic view. In design view, I can see through the stitches, and I could even turn off show needle, so maybe that's easier to see through, so that I can come back and reshape this easier because I can visually see through those stitches. So if I wanted this exact, for this purpose today, it doesn't matter, but we would like to get it as close as possible. So I'll come in and I will just use these points. I can grab each one and move it to the edge. And if that was on automatic centering, it would be jumping around and not staying where I put it. And so that's why we went into the hoop and said manual. And so that looks fine to me. That's good enough for this exercise. So I'll go back and we'll look at it in artistic view. Yes, that's fine. So we will select. So there is our embroidery object. The background is just a photo. I'm going to say that multiple times so that you remember. Now, if you're in Creator, you could draw and create any stitch line that you wanted, or in Designer Plus. And so let's just say I had an open freehand. I'll make it red, and I could create my quilting, whatever I wanted around this, and it would land exactly where I'm putting that. Now, I'm just using my mouse, and so this may or may not be anything even remotely usable. And my point is not to show you my artistic abilities at this point, but that you can create these lines even if you're drawing them yourself. Or you could be tracing off of a different background. Okay? So with the Creator, you can do some quilting lines also. And you're more artistic than I am, guys. So here, though, in Designer Plus, we're going to go to, let me zoom to the hoop. I jumped away from it. Let's go into the Edit toolbox, and you have this tool called Quilting Background. And so this is going to automatically add a background. Now, I've already been in here, and it remembers from time to time, even after you turn the software off and on, what your last block size was. So I want an 8x8 block, so I'll leave it like that, and it's proportional. I could have an 8x16, a 5x20. You can do whatever you want, but this one, obviously, I just want it the correct size. You have different sizes or shapes of quilting that you could add. So I'm going to choose stipple. I'm going to make this much closer to the margin. I'm going to put it at 1.1. The block margin is how close do you want it to the outside of that 8-inch block, and I'll leave that the way it is. The line spacing, I'll leave at 0.3. That would be fine. I'm going to have it in red so that we can see that. And I'm going to use the design as the center of that block. We'll say OK. And now it has created a stipple quilting background that I can take to the machine, and it will stitch, and it will not run into that applique. So I'm going to select that and come to the object properties. That is a stitch setting of 2, and I'm going to make that stitch length of 3. I'm going to turn off the variable run and say apply. OK, and let's look. And I think that's fine, but that variable run I would have preferred. With it this long and no variable run, it jumps with jaggedy corners. So I'm going to go back to the object properties, and let's turn the variable run back on and say apply. And now it will make shorter stitches for those curves to be smooth, but that will look more like machine embroidery than machine quilting. So you can play with it. I'm going to leave it like that because I like that smooth look for this. And I think that looks great. In order to get that to the machine, ready to stitch, now because I have a design up, I have not only read from the machine, but write to the machine. And when I send it over, I do not need this center. That was only for placement of the stipple fill. That was not in order to send it that way. So this can now be deleted. All I want to go over to that machine is the quilting. So I'm going to say send that to the machine. And now it comes up and it says, do you want to stitch it or save it? And I want to stitch it. So it's already sent. It's on the screen of that machine and it is ready to stitch out. I want to show you a different design. Here was a scroll. This was the scroll clipped. And so it would have been just a solid line until it got out to where it needed to clip those lines. I'm going to delete that one. And we'll come back and we could do a, let's do a scroll not clipped. And we'll leave those parameters the same. And there it scrolls. And then it makes some different shapes in the corners to get it to all fit. So you'll want to play with, and see that's where I have that 1 millimeter really close. It remembered from my stipple that I wanted it that close. So you can just constantly undo and quilting background, and let's go that design margin back to 0.3. We'll put it farther away. And let's look at what echo clipped looks like. We'll say OK. And so there's the echo, and see how it's now farther. And here is the echo, but it clips when it gets to the corners. So there's a lot of choices. All right, so I'm going to go over and show you at the machine what this looks like. And it's going to be cool, cool, cool. Okay, so there is that quilting design. Popped right in. It came over from the software. And I'm now ready to just stitch that. I'm going to stitch it in red so that we can see it. I need to say, let's stitch. I'm going to leave the embroidery settings on. You'll want to play with all of this, of course, but see, that's all we sent. And now it's going to land exactly around our design. So let's go see what it looks like. Super thin. And if that was white, that was white. It would just be beautiful. It could have been any solid. Well, that's pretty cool. I love that. Look at that. Really nice. Okay, so that's how, with the scanner and the software, you can take anything you've appliqued and create embroidery quilting around it. Bye for now. This is Shelly, sewshelly.com. See you later.